night, he called him Lord. It sounds to me like he believed he was who he professed to be. It sounds like he believed in him, doesn't it? To call him Lord in that situation. This man believed in him. I take it by the fact that he said, and look at what else he said. Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. Evidently, he believed that he was the Lord and that he had a kingdom, didn't he? He believed in Jesus. Now look at what Jesus said to him, verse 43. Jesus said to him, Verily I say unto thee, today thou shalt be with me in paradise. Now my question for you, since we were talking about Jesus said, unless you have a righteousness that exceeds the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you shall in no case enter the kingdom of heaven. He just got to say to this guy, today you'll be with me in paradise. Now I'm just, for the sake of argument, going to say paradise and the kingdom of heaven. Let's just say we're talking about the same thing. What did this guy have to boast about concerning his own righteousness? Not much. Kind of like those infants. What could this guy, see, this man on the cross who said to Jesus, see, all he's got in his favor is he said to Jesus, Lord. And he said, remember me when you come into your kingdom. He believed in Jesus. That's really all he's got going for him. As far as we know, he may not have ever gone to church. As far as we know, he might not have ever read the Bible even. As far as we know, until this moment, he might not have ever prayed, if we count this as praying. He hadn't done any of the things we think are the religious things. And I'm not saying we shouldn't do those things, but I'm saying we can't trust. Those things are not what we trust in. As far as we know, he never took communion. I'm trying to think of everything I can. Never been baptized. Never did any good deeds. Never gave money in the offering. I'm not against that, by the way. I'm not speaking against any of these things, but I'm saying we don't trust in anything except Jesus and simple faith in him. See, that's what's the single thing that's required from us. The single thing that gives us. See, when Jesus said, unless you've got a righteousness that's better. See, the publican in that story who said, God be merciful to me, a sinner. Jesus said he went down to his house righteous. He went home justified. This man, Jesus said, you're going to be with me today in paradise. Well, what kind of righteousness qualifies him to be in paradise? Well, the same one Paul said, that Christ is the end of the law for everyone that believes. He did the one thing. See, there's just one thing that we're supposed to do, is to put our trust in Jesus and believe in him and rely on him. And you might be sitting there thinking, well, okay, I trust in Jesus. I rely on him. And see, I used to think this way too. Well, I thought, well, you're supposed to get saved so you can die and go to heaven. Okay, well, when I got saved, I was ready to die and go to heaven. I was frustrated that he didn't kill me and take me to heaven. Well, what do we do now? Like Merlin Moody. Do you remember, some of you, do you remember Merlin? Yeah. He's gone to be with the Lord now, but I remember him, he used to say this all the time. He said, I know that we're going to be with him in the sweet by and by, but what about the sour here and now? Well, guess what? The same thing's true. We're just supposed to trust in him and rely on him and put all our confidence in him. And concerning all the issues that we confront in life, which, let's just agree that everything else that we confront in life it pales in comparison to this one thing, of being with him ultimately. But everything else is under the same heading. We're just supposed to trust in him and rely on him. I believe if he's got enough power to change me on the inside and to make me righteous in his sight, I think he's got enough power to take care of everything else in my life. Don't you think that? I think he's got the smarts to know how to do it. So if the one thing he's looking for from us is faith, and I like to always just say what believing means. It means to place our confidence, to transfer our confidence from ourselves to him. I think that's the answer for all the other things that we confront to. I think he's got the goods, got the smarts, got the intelligence, got the wherewithal to work out anything that concerns us. Don't you think so?